This is not just tofu. It is soft, silky, and almost melts the moment it touches your mouth. Paired with a rich, savory sauce, naturally sweet shrimp, and crispy golden fried shallots, every element takes this dish to another level. The ingredients are simple, but the flavor feels like something you would order at a restaurant. Just one bite, and you'll understand why this is the kind of dish that not only makes you want to watch, but makes you want to cook it immediately. First, prepare 50 grams of fresh shrimp that have been peeled. Then, finely chop or dice them. Fresh shrimp provide a naturally sweet flavor with tender and juicy meat. Dried shrimp offer a deeper sweetness, a distinctive aroma, and a richer overall flavor for the steamed tofu dish. Then add 1/8 teaspoon of salt, 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper, and a few drops of cooking wine. Mix well and marinate for about 10 minutes. While waiting for the shrimp to marinate, prepare 1 block of soft tofu. Place it in a steamer over water that has already been brought to a boil. Steam over high heat for 5 minutes. Next, prepare a few shallots. Slice the shallots into thin, even pieces. Thin slices help them cook evenly and achieve a beautiful, crispy texture after frying. Now, heat 2 to 3 tablespoons of oil in a pan. When you place a chopstick into the oil and see small bubbles forming around it, the oil has reached the proper temperature. Reduce to medium heat and add the shallots. Gently and continuously stir with chopsticks so the shallots cook evenly. When their sweet aroma begins to fill the kitchen and they turn light golden, about 70 to 80% done, turn off the heat. Continue stirring for about 30 seconds, using the residual heat in the oil. This method helps the shallots become evenly golden without burning. Remove the shallots and let them drain. After a short while, they will become beautifully golden, crispy, and wonderfully fragrant. Do not discard the shallot-infused oil. The oil has absorbed the rich aroma of the shallots and is the secret to making the sauce more flavorful. By this time, the shrimp have finished marinating. Add them to the pan and stir-fry quickly. If you do not have shrimp, you can substitute it with stir-fried minced pork, dried tiny shrimp, finely chopped shiitake mushrooms, or pork floss. Cook until the shrimp become firm and release their aroma. Then remove them from the pan and set aside. Next, prepare a small bowl for the sauce. Add 1 tablespoon of oyster sauce, 1 teaspoon of sugar, 1/2 tablespoon of light soy sauce, and a little cooking wine. Stir well until the seasonings are fully combined. Then add 2 tablespoons of the remaining oil used for frying the shallots and cooking the shrimp. Mix again until all the ingredients are completely blended together. At this point, you will have a glossy, fragrant, and incredibly appetizing sauce. Remove the steamed tofu from the steamer. Pour off any liquid that has collected on the plate so the dish does not become watery. Evenly drizzle the sauce over the surface of the tofu. It's nice to know that we see each other all over the world. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, you can subscribe by clicking the subscribe button. It's great to see your support. Next, sprinkle the stir-fried shrimp on top. Then cover it with a layer of golden, crispy fried shallots. Finally, garnish with chopped green onions and a few slices of red chili for a more attractive presentation. The steamed tofu looks absolutely irresistible. The silky tofu is so soft that it almost melts in your mouth, fully infused with the rich and savory sauce. The stir-fried shrimp add natural sweetness and a distinctive aroma, while the crispy fried shallots create an irresistible crunchy layer. With every bite, you will experience the perfect harmony of the tofu's smooth, creamy texture, the rich, sweet, and savory sauce, and the wonderful fragrance of the crispy fried shallots. Next, I'd like to share a delicious dish made with just a few pieces of tofu and a couple of eggs. The ingredients are very simple, and the method is not complicated at all. Yet the finished dish is flavorful, nutritious, and perfect for serving with rice. Even if you don't cook often, you can easily make it successfully on your very first try by simply following the steps. Tofu is soft, delicious, and highly nutritious. However, if it is not stored properly, it can quickly turn sour and spoil. There is a traditional tip that many people have used for generations. Soak freshly purchased tofu in lightly salted water. This method helps inhibit bacterial growth and keeps the tofu fresh for a longer time. Even during hot weather, tofu can often be stored for an extra 1 to 2 days without spoiling. Simple yet highly effective, it is a valuable piece of wisdom passed down from previous generations. After cutting the tofu into bite-sized pieces, place all of it into a large bowl. Next, blanch the tofu in boiling water for a few minutes. This small step helps remove much of the characteristic bean flavor, while also making the tofu cleaner and giving it a fresher, milder taste when cooked. Then remove the tofu and let it drain. At this point, the tofu is ready for the next steps: soft, clean, fragrant, and much better at absorbing seasonings. Next, crack 2 eggs into a bowl. Add 1/4 teaspoon of salt to season the eggs from within. Add 1/4 teaspoon of vinegar. Don't worry if you're not a fan of vinegar. The amount is so small that once cooked, there is almost no vinegar smell or taste left. Instead, it helps remove the natural eggy odor and makes the flavor more balanced. Next, add 1/2 tablespoon of cornstarch. This is the secret to creating an egg layer that stays soft and tender instead of becoming dry after frying. Now whisk everything thoroughly. Don't stop too soon. Continue whisking for a little longer so all the ingredients are fully combined. It may seem like a small step, but it makes a big difference, giving the finished dish a softer texture and a restaurant-quality mouthfeel. When the egg mixture becomes smooth, glossy, and free of lumps like this, it is ready. Set it aside for now and prepare for the next stage. Next, prepare a small bowl for the sauce. Add a little finely chopped red chili and minced garlic. The garlic adds a wonderful aroma, while the chili provides a gentle heat that makes the dish even more appetizing. Then add 1 tablespoon of soybean paste. This is the ingredient that gives the sauce its signature rich and savory flavor. Add 1/2 teaspoon of soy sauce to enhance the natural umami taste. Add 1/4 teaspoon of white sugar. A touch of sweetness helps balance the flavors and makes the sauce more harmonious. Add 1/2 tablespoon of cornstarch. Finally, add 100 milliliters of water. The cornstarch will help the sauce thicken slightly, allowing it to coat each piece of tofu evenly. Now stir well until all the ingredients are completely combined. Preparing the sauce in advance is a very useful cooking tip. Once you start cooking, everything moves quickly, and having the sauce ready helps the seasonings distribute evenly while making the flavor easier to control. Now all the preparation work is complete. Now let's start cooking this delicious dish. First, heat the pan thoroughly before adding the oil. This step is very important. When the pan is hot and the oil is hot, the tofu is less likely to stick, and its surface will quickly firm up, creating a beautiful golden and crispy crust. Once the oil is hot, reduce to medium heat and gently place the tofu pieces into the pan. Don't rush to touch or flip them right away. Let them sit undisturbed so the underside has time to set properly. Be patient. A great dish is always worth the wait. When one side turns golden and crispy, carefully flip each piece to the other side. Take your time so the tofu stays intact and doesn't break apart. Continue frying until all sides are evenly golden, fragrant, and lightly crisp. At this point, evenly pour the beaten egg mixture over the entire pan. Keep the heat low. Gently shake the pan so the egg coats each piece of tofu evenly. When the egg begins to set, carefully flip everything over so the other side can develop the same beautiful golden color. You'll notice the aroma becoming stronger and stronger, the kind of smell that makes it impossible to walk away from the kitchen. Next, pour the prepared sauce into the pan. Gently toss everything so the tofu absorbs every drop of the rich, flavorful sauce. Where are you watching from? Please leave a comment to let me know. Cover with a lid and let it simmer for about 2 minutes so all the flavors can blend together. When you lift the lid, an irresistible aroma will rise from the pan, the kind of fragrance that makes you pause for a moment just to enjoy it. Finally, sprinkle in some chopped green onions or sliced leeks. Give everything a gentle stir and turn off the heat. And here is the finished dish. Soft tofu on the inside, a fragrant golden egg coating on the outside, all covered in a rich, glossy sauce. Take one bite and you'll immediately experience the perfect combination of softness, richness, and savory sweet flavor. The eggs are wonderfully aromatic. The tofu melts gently in your mouth, and the green onions add a fresh burst of fragrance that ties everything together. The more you eat, the more addictive it becomes. It's the kind of dish that makes you reach for another bite the moment you put your chopsticks down. Sometimes the simplest dishes are the most satisfying and the hardest to stop eating. The video ends here. If you have any comments, please leave a comment below. If you find the video interesting, please give me a like. Don't forget to share it with your relatives and friends. Remember to subscribe to the channel. Thank you for your support. Goodbye. See you in the next video.